tell them one thing. Just win, baby.
This video is sponsored by the GOAT, Charles Woodson and Woodson Whiskey. Be sure to grab yourself a bottle before the biggest game of the season. And if you're sitting at home watching this video and your life is just passing you by and you're wondering, where can I cop me some of that good Woodson Whiskey? Well, don't worry, because the Oos got you. Head over to woodsonwhiskey.com to find a store near you or order it online and have it shipped to your door. Woodson Bourbon Whiskey, if it isn't your game day whiskey, it is now.
What is up, Raider Nation? It's your boy, Samoan Raider, man. Excuse the voice right now. It's a bit raspy, you know, because I just got back in from Vegas, and man, what a weekend. What a great experience, man. By far the best experience I've had in Las Vegas this past year, and shit, since I've ever been to Vegas, man. Overall, from Saturday night, the blackout party, to the game on Sunday night in front of the millions and millions of fans watching in the stadiums and at home, man. I was at the game in Allegiant Stadium. Shout out to my boy, Mr. Fist, man, for hooking your boy up with a ticket to come through. And shout out to my guy, Lucky, out there, and his family, man, for letting me and my boy Fitz come up to the Black Hole and just hang out with you guys and experience this whole game, which I would say was a stressful ass game, man. I basically lost my voice at the game, just cheering and rooting for this team all the way up to the last second of the game, man. How crazy is it? I was partying it up with the Raider Nation. I was getting hyped with the Raider Nation after the game. If y'all didn't see my video, man, go check it out on Instagram. I will post my game day vlog probably tomorrow. I did come back home yesterday and I basically could not talk. My voice was not there at all, man. That's how hyped I was. So that's why I'm coming out with this video today, man. I barely got my voice back, so excuse it. Hopefully it doesn't bother you guys that much, but if it does, then what more can I say? Again, the Raiders, being the Raiders, always got to give us a stressful ass game. And what felt like the longest game ever came down to a last second field goal. I mean, we were up 15 points with 4 minutes on the clock. And I thought, we had this mug in the bag, but the Chargers found a way to come back in this game and take it into overtime. Stressing us out even more. Heck, some Raider fans left the game at overtime because they couldn't take it any longer. And trust me, I was like, man, I do not want to go through this shit, man. Overtime, man, we better win. I mean, there's defense that I love to, give credit to. Stressed me the fuck out in this game as well. On multiple fourth down conversions, man, I cannot believe it, man. The Chargers, man, I do give them props. They found a way to stay in this game. But eventually, we won in overtime, and that's all that matters. And I'm just sitting there like, damn, why can't we just win this game convincingly, But the Raider way, we gotta win and put some stress on the Raider fans. And hey, I ain't gonna complain about it because Al Davis said it best. Just win, baby. And just to think about this season, man, with all the adversity that we've been through as fans, as content creators, even the team themselves, man, to be in the position that we are right now, to go into the playoffs as the 5th seed, it's crazy. It's crazy. When John Gruden left, a lot of people doubted us going into the playoffs. I had some hopes going into the playoffs, but then we lost Henry Ruggs. And then, my hope is starting to go down. Rich Bisaccia takes over. We lose a couple of games. We get blown out by the Chiefs. And even the last meeting against the Chiefs, we got our asses handed to us. Had 5 turnovers in that game. And that was the point I thought, I don't see us making the playoffs. I didn't even think we could turn it around. But somehow, some way, we found a way to start winning games and take each week one by one. We beat the Browns. We beat the Broncos. We beat the Colts, a team that I was really nervous to play. We beat the Colts. And we went out and beat the Chargers on Sunday night in front of the thousands and thousands and thousands of fans watching all over, man. It was just great to see. And shout out to Daniel Carlson, man. This dude is clutch, man. Just both DCs, man. Shout out to both DCs, man. They're both clutch when we need them to come through the most. We also got to give some huge props to Rich Bisaccia, man, the head coach of the Raiders. I'm not even going to say the interim head coach right now. I know a lot of people talk about Jim Harbaugh, and I wouldn't mind bringing him over, but just the way that Rich Bisaccia has been able to rally this team together and take them to the playoffs, man. Shout out to Rich Bisaccia, man. I don't know any other interim head coach that has taken their team to the playoffs with all the adversity that the team has had to face, man. He even came out after the game and said that they were kind of thinking about tying the game in overtime, but the Chargers called the timeout and maybe they had a change of heart. They probably took it personally. I'm just happy that they didn't and they went out and took that win, because I wanted to send they ass packing back to Los Angeles for all that shit talking that they had earlier in the season. Keenan Allen had a lot of shit to say. Joey Bosa had a lot of shit to say, but you know what? At the end of the day, they was quiet. They was quiet and had nothing else to say after this win, man. And also, the nation showed out at Allegiant Stadium, man. And we blacked out Allegiant Stadium. Yeah, we had a couple of whites here and there, but we blacked out the stadium and we showed out. The overall vibes around the stadium was at an all-time high, man. I met a lot of great people, from the tailgate to the party to even the stadium. In the stadium, a lot of people came up and said hi, took pictures, and I appreciate it, man. You guys, the fans, all of you guys that are subscribed to this channel, you guys mean a lot to me, and this past weekend would not be possible had it not been for you guys. My sponsorship with WOODSON Whiskey would not be possible without you guys. I'm not even trying to get emotional right now, but me working from home and doing this shit would not be possible. But you know what? I'm really humbled. I am really humbled by the support that you guys show. Even though you guys agree or disagree with what I have to say, you guys still support by liking, by subscribing, or even donating, or even being a member to this channel. I thank you guys a lot. And us winning on Sunday really, really makes this whole thing, this whole season worth it. Really worth it. This definitely was a great way to start off the year 2022. But you know what? Job's not finished. We got to head over to Cincinnati and take that W, man, and take each and every week one game at a time. One person that I'm really, really happy for and I'm really proud for is our quarterback, Derek Carr. He's been through a lot, with our own Raider fans, from the media, so on and so forth. I've criticized him a lot as well. And I've even said that, we should probably move on from him. But the only way I see him staying with the team is if he could lead us into the playoffs, and that's what he did. And I got to give props to him, to Derek Carr. Yes, he did not have the best game this week. I mean, he hasn't had a lot of good games, but he has found ways to win these games and come through in the clutch. And like I said in the last video that I had on the reaction on the sounds of the game was, if there was one person with under 2 minutes left or with the game on the line to come through with the ball, it is Derek Carr. And I do got to give a lot of credit for him, and I'm truly happy for him, finally having his chance to go into the playoffs, to lead this team into the playoffs and go on from there. I know back in 2016 when he had one of his best seasons yet and the Raiders were 12-4, man, he could not enjoy it because he couldn't lead us into the playoffs because he got injured 2 games before the playoffs. And come full circle, last week he beat the Colts, the team that really stopped him from going to the playoffs. And then this week's game against the Chargers clinched a ticket to go into the playoffs. And I cannot wait to see what Derek Carr can do in the playoffs, man, with, all the adversity that we have had to face. And I know I sound like a broken record, but it's true. He finally has his chance to prove to the nation, to the NFL, that this is where he belongs.
I'll have a lot of emotion later, probably. There's been a lot of heartache, a lot of hard times, a lot of fight, a lot of grit, but the job's not done. So there's something sick in me that just feels like this is awesome, this is cool, this is what we do it for, but job's not done.
But like I said, this game alone wasn't his best game, but he came through when we needed him to the most. And that's all we can ask for from our quarterback. And I've said before, I'm never, ever, 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 ever going to complain about getting a W, no matter how nice it looks, no matter how ugly it looks. If we could go out there and win, I don't care about your stats. If we could go out there and win, I'm not going to complain about it. But in this game, Derek Carr was 20 for 36, had 186 yards and 2 touchdowns. Now, another player that deserves a lot of credit, man, is our running back, Josh Jacobs, a guy that came into this game with some broken ribs, basically, and was injured, but really came through and had his best performance of the season. Had 26 carries for 132 yards and a touchdown. He basically put this team on his back and got the first down, which led us to the game-winning field goal. So a lot of props got to go to Josh Jacobs. And I also got to give some props to Casey Hayward for finally getting an interception in this game, man. There's been a lot of drop picks from Casey Hayward this season, but it was really good to see him go out there and finally get one and give the nation something to cheer for. Also got to give shout out to the Condor, Mad Max Crosby, for really showing out in this game as well. Had 6 total tackles, 2 sacks, 3 tackles for loss, and a whole lot of pressures out there. This dude did not stop, and his motor kept going and going and going. I know they was tired as fuck out there, but he showed out in this game. Hunter Renfrow, man, the fucking GOAT. Only had 4 catches in this game for 13 yards, but had 2 touchdowns and took Michael Davis's fucking ankles out there as well, man.
What defenders look for is the second move.
Damn! He needs some milk.
Is the payoff.
Got him!
And for the Raiders, what a start.
Got him!
And the last person I do want to give a huge shout out to would, honestly be my MVP to this game alongside of Josh Jacobs would be our kicker, Daniel Carlson. I remember the time when Janikowski left the Raiders and I thought, man, it's going to be some huge, shoes to fill. I don't know who would come in and be that, effective as a kicker for our team. But Daniel Carlson has filled in those shoes perfectly and has lived up to the hype, lived up to his contract, and I'm so happy to have him on this team. Daniel Carlson has come through clutch in so many different situations. When we needed him to come through and make a field goal to win the game, he has come through clutch, has multiple AFC Special Teams Player of the Week awards, man, and I feel like he should have it this week as well. He was 5 for 5 for field goals and 2 for 2 on extra points. He put this team on his back as well and took us to the promised land. So shout out to my guy, Daniel Carlson.
My neck in my back.
Now my voice is going out in this video, as you guys can hear, and I know you guys probably annoyed by it right now, but shit, who cares? I had to get in the my neck and my back play of the game. Shit. Damn. I'm not going to waste any more time. It has to go to Daniel Carlson for that game-winning field goal. Roll the fucking clip.
Snap good, hold good.
My neck in my back.
Raiders in, Chargers out, Steelers in.
Overall, I'm really happy about this victory. We deserve it. The nation deserves it. The Raiders deserve it. Derek Carr deserves it. Rich Bisaccia deserves it. So with that being said, Raider Nation, what are your thoughts on this game? Were you guys as hyped as I was? Did you lose your voice? Did you cry? Because I was low-key crying when we won this game, man. And do you guys think that we could go into this weekend's game and beat the Cincinnati Bengals, man? Let me know down in the comments below. All right, Raider Nation, that is all I have for you guys today. If you guys enjoyed this video, man, hit that like button. It does a lot for this channel. And if this is the first time you're coming across my channel and you love the Las Vegas Raiders, then hit that subscribe button, hit that notification icon button just to notify you guys when I upload more videos just like this. Until the next video, this is your boy Simone Raider, and your boy is, yeah.
And you tell them one thing.